next, no relation that I'm aware of, but doing storytelling is Aaron Thomas. Make some noise.
Aaron, here. Keep it going for Kristen, everybody. Keep it going. Yes. Story time. I'm not a good storyteller, I don't think so. I wanted to try it. I mean, I'm just going to talk up for, I wouldn't call what I do stories. It's just stuff that happened. You know what I mean? That's not a story. That's, all right, you guys get it already. Great, nice. I work in the service industry. Anybody else work in the restaurant biz? Nice, hell yes. I love that. Awesome. I mean, I'm a server, so it's like, I feel like you meet all kinds of people working in a restaurant, you know? Like the other day, this lady came in, you know, we were having problems with our heater. It just wasn't working. And this lady was like, hey, could you possibly turn the heat up? And I was like, unfortunately, I can't. You know, it's just not working right now. And she was like, that's too bad. I was just outside, and it was cold. And now I'm inside, and it's cold. Yeah. So I did what any good server would do in that situation, of course. And I acted like what she said isn't stupid, you know? Yeah. If you guys have ever been impressed with your server or your bartender, you guys should be more impressed. They also hate you. They don't like you very much. Not Cody. Cody loves you. Yeah. Cody's the exception. Yeah, man, I don't know. It's like the other day we were having, this couple, they came in, and this lady, she was coughing. She wasn't feeling very well. And so the guy comes up to me, and he was like, hey, do you mind if we move to this table in the corner? We just don't want to make anyone uncomfortable. But don't worry, we still want you to be our server. Yeah. Good for me, right? Yeah. Yeah, I go up to the lady, and she was like, don't worry, I tested. It's not COVID. I was like, oh, thank God. It's not the thing I have multiple vaccines for. Yeah. Yeah, it's great. It's not the thing I've had and gotten over multiple times. It's a mystery cough, folks. Yeah. No one's ever been hurt by a mystery cough, right? Yeah. That would be like, guys, if you guys were having sex with me. It's not that funny. And I am spoken for, by the way, so. It would be like if you guys were having sex with me and I was like, don't worry, they're not genital warts. Yeah, I don't know what they are, but they're not that. I was gonna talk about this. Leah, I was having so much fun, and now I have to do something that's not gonna work at all. All right, yeah. That's comedy, fun. So when I was I wanted to talk about this. When I was in high school, I was fired from a grocery store job for theft. Yes, I know. Some of you're probably shocked. You're like, wow, I didn't know Aaron was awesome. I didn't know he was sticking it to corporations before it was cool. Yes. Now you know, and you'll never forget. So yeah, I basically, I worked at this grocery store. It's called Publix, and it's very popular in the Southeast. I was a bagger when I was 17. Yes, that's what was on my pay stub, by the way. That's as good as it got. They couldn't even go for bag associate. I don't know. I bet something, bagger. That's me. And so at the end of the night, me and another fellow bag associate, we were doing the closing sweep and all that. Kind of 10 minutes before we close. And my buddy, he goes over and grabs both of us a cookie from the bakery, And these particular cookies, they're kind of like, they're like for the kids. They give them out to like patrons for all the kids and stuff like that. And the problem is a lady saw us do this, and she was with her kid, and she didn't want to give her kid a cookie because my fellow bag associate stuck his filthy hands in the cookie jar. Yeah, right? I mean, it's like, I don't know. I feel like I didn't really do anything really wrong. I mean, it's also on me for thinking a lady that was there 10 minutes before we closed would be a little more chill. Yeah, but no, please, be on your way. I got like a real like fucking talking to from my assistant manager because she told her, and she's like reaming me out, like really making me feel the pressure of all this, you know, like saying I might get fired, you know, what I did was considered theft, this and that. Yeah, right, exactly, and you know, whatever. I don't know. I thought she was being a little aggressive. Kind of sounded like no one has stuck their hands in her cookie jar in a while. Nice. Some of you know what I mean. And so I found out the next day that the general manager was going to be in, and I was like, oh, I'll just go and talk to him. I'm going to apologize before I have to go to school, and this will all be wrapped up. You know, like that's what I was taught to do when I was younger. You know, even if you feel like you didn't do something wrong, like just put down your pride and apologize. And so it was cool. Like it all. I mean, I know I started this by saying I got fired. Some of you are like, well, Aaron, you lied to us. I'm like, you're not a very good storyteller. I'm not done yet, okay? Just hypothetical person, let me finish, okay? Cut to 4 months later. Some real deal crazy theft had happened in the company. This guy, this stock boy had stolen like pallets of stuff and put them in his truck. I was pretty impressed until I found out the stock boy was actually like 35 years old. Yes, we've already learned that this company has a history of emasculating their employees with weird titles. So, nice. This is why this is new. It's not as funny as I thought. So anyways, this stock man, he had been stealing stuff. He'd been stealing stuff and taking it to flea markets to sell. It's crazy, right? And maybe if they had, you know, paid him well or respected him with a proper job title, he wouldn't feel the need to sell bags of Doritos next to tie-dye tapestries and swords, you know? That's stuff that's at flea markets. But that happens, and then so my general manager, he gets fired, he doesn't get fired, he gets demoted, and he gets moved to another store. And there's a corporate guy that comes in. He's very serious. You know, he's got a high-end type military cut. He's got everybody on edge. He's like stressing everybody out. And you know, like they say, like your workplaces are like, oh, we're like a family here. And sometimes that's true. And if that was the case, this guy would be like my racist stepdad. You know? And so anyways, he brings me in the office and says, hey, you know, I see here on your file that you committed some theft. They should have let you go for that. So now I'm going to let you go for that. Yeah. And I was pissed, dude. I was like, dude, one fucking cookie? Are you serious? Some bitch told on me with her fucking kid. 4 months later, I apologized. But I was 17, so I said, do I get to go home now? That's more what I said, you know. My dad, he had like a real... Am I going over time, by the way?
No, you have 2 minutes left.
Great, perfect. I'm almost done. You guys are great. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Give it up for Kristen one time for putting this together. So, basically, I'm fired. I leave. My dad, he was like really pissed on my behalf. It's so funny because he was like proud of me for apologizing and everything. And he was like, dude, oh, you know what you got to do? You got to threaten to sue. That's what you got to do. You got to tell them you got rich parents. And you got to tell them you got rich parents. They'll back down, man. You'll probably get a lump sum or something like that. Yeah. You know, like some like people, I'm sure a lot of people in here, you have parents, they didn't believe in you, they didn't have your back, they didn't support you. My dad thinks that I can like take down a fucking fast-growing grocery company. He's like, fucking just take them for all they got, you know? He's got like a little too much belief in me, I think. I actually kind of went through with this. I like got a hold of like management, like HQ in Publix, and got on the phone with a lawyer. I don't even know what I said. I probably was just like, hey, so I said I was sorry, and the cookies are free, so... Whatever came out of my 17-year-old mouth. It was not eloquent. And so she basically just schooled me. She was like, "Did you read the handbook?" And I was like, "Yeah." And it was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Well, so you know that that is technically public's property, and you took it, and that's theft. You know, whatever. I don't, it's dumb, but it is whatever. I can't fight against it. You know." And and so, anyways, basically, just to wrap this whole thing up, that thing's like done. I still go to Publix now. I still go. If I'm home, I love Publix. I think it's awesome. If you've ever, a pub sub, they're big with their sandwiches. It's a whole thing. But here's the thing I will tell you. I do go to the bakery still, and I get a free cookie. I get a cookie. And sometimes the bakery guy, he looks at me, he's like, "You know these are they're for kids, right? They're for kids." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I want one." And you have to give me one. You know why? It's in the handbook. You read it, right? All right. Hey, thank you guys very much.
Thank you. That was Aaron Thomas, everybody.